Spoil mama on the go, lighting up the road, carrying heart and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer, every friend all year. Witty spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Heaven shoulder soul, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far to score, travel far, discover more, seas that sparkle blue. Cruising waves, the breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love will always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same.
How's everybody tonight? Sorry I'm late. I'm about to lose it on this stupid computer. I was got back from my aunt's at like 5 something, ran quickly to the grocery store, came back, and I've been since 6 o'clock trying to get this stupid computer to wake up. I'm got StreamYard coming on, but it's half frozen, so I'm on my phone for now. Let's see what we can do from here. Let's see who I got in here. Scrolling back. Yep. I feel Carnival Cruise Addicts pain with their technical difficulties the other day. Oh, now StreamYard disappeared again on my computer. Then we got Carnival Cruise Addicts Adventures with Roxanne. Hello. Still there, my client? I'm still here. I was waiting for the computer. I'm sitting there going, do. Howdy, Troy. Good to see you here. Danny, good. Can't stay long getting interviewed by another channel at 8. Yes, I know. And I want to be able to drop that link in there for maybe Danny can do that for me, House of X. So they're being interviewed by, I know it's like Waylon and I can't remember the other name. Prepare for trouble. Dude, the computer's being a piece of doo-doo tonight. Drop it off. Hello, New Horizons. Welcome in. Thanks, guys. Oh. Your browser can't access your devices. Try restarting your browser. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Let's see. Why can't you access my devices? Yep, got that. Everything plugged in. Checking here, checking. I'm trying to get the other part going here. Driving me crazy. Hey, Fairy Dust. Thank you for dropping House of X. And we'll go at 8 o'clock to watch that interview between House of X and Carnival Cruise Addicts. I am just going to try this again, see if we can get. It starts to go back again. Tonight we're going to talk about guilty pleasures. But right now, I'm going to be guilty of throwing my computer if I'm not careful. Carry my microphone in use. Well, let me use it then. Because I'm using the one on my computer phone just fine. So obviously I can get into, let's share your, oh, I can't see that. Okay. Enter studio. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. 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 Mute. No. No. There we go. Yeah, no sound. Can you hear me now? I have myself muted. Oops. Okay. I am going to, hopefully, I'm just going to drop my link. Any of my friends can come up in a minute if this will let me drop the link. Come on. Oh, excellent connection. Yeah, well, why are we not cooperating? Let me drop the link. Paste. There. Coming back over here. Any of my friends want to come up? I can take 5 other people. Come on up. Anybody I see down there that is not a friend of mine or is a troll, you're not going to be up. If I don't know you, you're not welcome up until I get to know you. I'm sorry if I'm shaking things. I'm just frustrated tonight. Nope. I see someone in the basement. I see a box. It's empty. Waiting. Hey, Roxy.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Oh, I'm going to try to go back over here for a second so I can pin that other link. Maybe. It'll take me a minute because it's going to be slow. Come on. Take that one. Pin message. Also, go to live chat, not top chat. Come on. Live chat. Anytime. There we go. Now pop back. There we go. It's only taken me 21 minutes to get.
Hey, Danny. Hello, everyone.
How's your day going?
Going pretty good. Got my new glasses ordered. Same frames, but new lenses. So,
That's good.
a little over $600 later. In 2 weeks, I'll get. Yeah, no, they're not cheap anymore.
No, but that's more. That's almost double what I paid for 2 pairs here.
Yeah.
The place I went. But I got new lenses, new frames, the whole bit back in September.
If I went with their frames, I probably could have saved another $100. But when you don't make frames that fit my face, I can't buy yours.
Yeah. Hey, Hats on a Mission. How are you doing, Jeremy?
Hey, Jeremy.
I was going to jump over there, but I better not. And I'll message that chat group that's busy chatting. So I guess some other folks up here. StreamYard, where are we? StreamYard.com / AT2W 93 V7 S3. That's just me.
Yeah, I know.
You need a nap, Liz?
You did it right. Yeah, you came through.
No, I was just trying to get back to StreamYard so I could at least find the link to drop it in our chat group so I could get.
Well, when B gets here, yeah.
Because my chat for tonight was guilty pleasures, but right now I don't even know if I want to do it. Or we can talk about what a guilty pleasure is any thought, activity, or behavior that you personally enjoy, while also invoking feelings of shame and or embarrassment. And I was like, never thought of it that way.
What stays in the closet stays in the closet.
Exactly. I suppose. How about pet peeves? Pet peeves would be a better one for tonight. That was supposed to be a few weeks ago, but we could just chat about anything. Watching Dr. Odyssey. That's the one about the cruise ship doctor, isn't it? Stupid show ever, but it revolves around a cruise ship. Speaking of cruise ships, did you see the thing about the 9-year-old getting banned from Carnival?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
That one shook my head on that one, but it's like, holy crap. You're letting your 9-year-old run around a ship unsupervised? The parents need to be banned as well. So many things could happen to a young kid. Yeah, should ban the parents.
Yeah, but you hear stories like that before, where there are parents who let their kids do whatever they want.
But a 9-year-old running around and causing damage.
We're on that topic, are we? Oh.
Yeah, we like to think the cruise ships are safe and all, but you can't trust all the people on there or the crew.
No.
It's just like you're in a hotel.
If it was me, I would have just tripped the little bugger and hoped he landed in the pool. Oh, you can't swim? Oh, here, let me hold your head down, little bugger.
No, I don't want to get banned for to unaliving a kid.
Well, I guess that's probably not what you want.
What are the rules for unaliving on a cruise?
Oh dear, you're live too. Okay, I better be on best behavior.
I think I saw an episode on the Love Boat.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, Love Boat.
Well, like I was talking about in our chat, like on our first cruise, one of our people in our group had their 2 kids with them, and their 9-year-old wasn't running the ship. They were in the kids club, and if they weren't in the kids club, they were to come find dad and go to the cabin or stay with dad or with one of the other people in our group. Like they weren't running willy-nilly all over the ship.
Oh, you can't do that. Like kids do need to be.
People think there's different rules on the cruise, but it's the same.
It's the same for children, maybe even stricter depending on the age and the mental capacities. Like some kids need a bit more attention. It's just the way it is.
Troy saying, "Morning, Steve."
Oh, hey guys.
Hi, Stevie.
Oh, Danny. Hey, how's it going?
He's awake.
What? I've been asleep for like a week.
He's livelier than he was the last time we seen him.
You didn't put me on while I was goofy, did you?
I didn't see you, so
You're the one that poked your head in there and then before you went to bed, and then you're just that lump over in the corner.
I didn't see
Oh,
that.
yes.
Or
I
the
don't remember
hotel.
much of that. Yes, yes, okay.
Well, that must have been a private live.
Well, that's good. Well, this one over here kept me safe and somewhat sane.
That's good.
I couldn't cause any trouble. She had me tied down with the sheets, so I was good.
I'm not touching that one.
Insert joke here.
Check mark.
Hey, Kyle, welcome in.
Bye,
Hey, I seen on the M25 thing the Tim Time's coming.
yeah.
That's awesome. Is Mobang coming too? Do we know? Or we have?
Hey, Troy.
Tim
Thanks for the
Time-
morning.
Tim Time might be coming.
Carnival Cruise Addicts. Hey.
That's God.
Scott. Hey. I'm just
Carnival-
looking through some of the things I want to.
Carnival Cruise Addicts is Chris and Liz.
Chris,
Okay.
that you talk to.
I have
Controversial cruising is Scott.
in one ear and out the other. I'm just saying.
Carnival
hey,
Cruise. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for saying hi, you guys.
I know I have to
All the
stop.
well wishes. Appreciate it, guys.
Oh yeah, got the Carnival Cruise Addicts right there. I haven't got to a second drink yet.
I haven't got to a first.
Cheers.
She's already into the vodka.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not touching that. Oh, goodness, you guys.
Steve,
So the topic was guilty pleasures.
Huh? Sorry?
Topic for tonight was guilty pleasures. Is what we're-
they took away your guilty pleasure last week.
Huh?
They took away your pilots. No more pilots for Steve. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
You
Let's
can win
see.
tickets at the air
B's
show.
guilty pleasure is eating a whole bottle of pickles.
Yeah, the U.S. size, not the Canadian size.
I don't like big pickles. I like medium. I like the
I should-
baby ones.
I should not be texting when I'm goofy.
That's a guilty pleasure of yours, yeah. The conversations we have when you're goofy.
Troy's saying hello to you.
Salute. Mon Belvi.
That's Miami Troy for hugs.
Oh, hey, Miami Troy.
Oh, no.
Liz says she found the pickled flavored ketchup there over the week. She's gonna try it over the weekend.
Instapot beeping.
It's L000, so we'll just
That
leave
means
it.
It's done.
Yeah, okay. It can stay like that, though, right? Yeah.
I think I'd rather stick to plain ketchup.
Wait.
I like pickles. I like ketchup.
Did you say dill pickle ketchup?
Yep.
Yummy.
You found some.
That's what I just put on my shepherd's pie.
Why
Yeah.
is this not right?
And, why are you putting it upside down?
It's not.
It's because you don't have it. You have it on mirror. So good.
Oh well, it's right for us.
Says yes, she can't wait to try it.
It's delicious.
I'm not quite all there yet, people.
This is bottle number 5 already.
Renee says she's been munching on pickle flavored sunflower seeds.
Yum. Those are good.
Yeah, those aren't too bad.
I like
What
dill
is me
pickle
gonna do when there's no more pickle ketchup?
I'm going to make it.
Do you realize how much she bought? She has enough for the apocalypse, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
bought 24. I left 24 on the shelf. You're lucky.
Yeah.
That's
I think pickle
Yes, if you
You
ketchup
went
is-
back later.
Pickle ketchup is V's guilty pleasure.
Yes. That and French's mustard.
Yeah, that and mustard. You know how many
Mustard
mustards?
on watermelon. Yummy.
We have a fridge dedicated only to mustard.
Yeah, when you met me,
Yeah,
I had 11
I'm not kidding.
mustards. 11 in
She
my
had a
fridge.
Russian mustard. I didn't know Russians
Dill
made mustard. You had
Or
a
should I
dill
say-
mustard.
Or should we say V's guilty pleasure is her condiments?
Yes, it is. Well, you know what? If you have a local disability, you have to eat stuff that is a bit saucy, insert the word I don't like here.
Oh, V is saucy.
A bit saucy. You know, you've given free reign to these comments. You realize that, right?
That's it. Troy's in the chat. He's gonna get saucy.
She's just eating easy to swallow foods.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
She's eating easy to swallow foods.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It helps lubricate things on the way down.
So I
We
don't
were
cheat.
talking about condiments and lubricate.
Steve is just like,
And Steve's shaking his head at me. I can't tell if the dog's at the door or not.
Why do you do this to me?
Because we love you, Steve.
Steve, is Pop Rocks your guilty pleasure? Look at Danny, not at me.
Danny's not there.
He's in chat.
Yes, I'm guilty.
And no, that's my. You know how there's a bucket list? Yeah, that's on the other one that rhymes with bucket.
Mm-hmm.
No
Chuck
guilty
it.
pleasure.
It's on the chuck it list.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Without going explicit.
I'll go explicit once we're not live anymore.
Oh,
Oh dear.
My guilty pleasure is probably junk food, especially sweets.
Mm. Yeah, me too.
Michael Ann's guilty pleasure is pork rinds in one hand, chocolate in the other,
Eh,
or chips or popcorn. Depends.
You were being good tonight? I don't think so.
Who's trying to play the innocent card?
That's who do you think?
Danny?
Uh-huh.
and Troy saying ketchup can be substituted for Kentucky jelly.
Well, she actually gave it to me. Oh.
She got there,
Well, I'll
Steve.
take that.
Delicious gluten-free.
V said the Pop Rocks, not I.
Well,
Look
yeah.
at Danny. Now that you're here talking Pop Rock, I didn't do nothing. What are you talking about?
She wants nothing to do with it now. I don't blame
You're
you.
so cute, Danny.
Want to try to behave yourself because Easter Bunny's coming, Danny?
Well, oh
When
yeah.
does Lent finish? This weekend?
God, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Lent ends with Easter.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Oh, give me a second, dog.
Because in
Oh.
English and in French it sounds different, so I had to put my head together.
I'm not a big religious person.
I saw the Easter Bunny this week.
So isn't the Easter Bunny?
I saw the Easter Bunny. I put him in a Hasenpfeffer.
Sorry. Those pork rinds in mild green chili sauce, burritos, tamales are so delicious.
Sounds good, actually.
I don't know about that.
I like the spice or the hot and spicy ones or whatever from made by Frito-Lay.
Try.
Try.
Troy's on a roll.
He is.
I'm just watching his comments. I'm not saying nothing. I'm like, God. It's so hard not to comment.
Shell from Cruise Life TV finally got her birthday card today. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
Whoops. Liz, Ricardo Full Cruise Addicts, finally got the prize that she won from the last cruiseathon this week.
Yay for the mill.
Yay!
Well, did you hear? In May, they might be back on strike.
Ooh.
Canada Post, wonderful.
Y'all, y'all are
know
gonna,
We might vote in too.
You know what? Why don't we just hand deliver everything now?
We'll
No,
just
Yeah.
go, back,
buying pigeons.
go back to Carrier Pigeon and
Yep.
on the Express.
Mhm.
Probably get there faster.
well, the U.S. mail is going to go up on their postage again.
How much is your postage?
I don't know. I don't buy stamp. I don't haven't bought a stamp in forever.
And that's why they went up.
Well, okay, look at it this way. They would, though, to everybody, like most of letters and stuff are all being sent through email, right? So they're getting less and less packages to be delivered. And it's going to probably get to a point where we won't need the postal service anymore if they keep this up.
I mean, I pay all my bills through the internet. I don't.
Yeah.
I may get a bill because I don't want to go paperless, but so it's only one sided. When only one side is sending. Yep.
Like I pay my bills too. Like we used to way back when, 40 years ago? Everything went in the mail.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Rent was paid by post-dated checks. And
I mean, not that they don't deserve the money that they get, but they might just be striking themselves right out of work. I hope that doesn't happen, but I don't know.
well, from what I can see, when they're delivering mail around here, most of the things they're putting in our mailbox is a bunch of junk mail.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Where's Nick P when you need him? He could tell us the prices.
Yeah. Let me Google. Google, tell me in American. How much does it cost in American?
I don't know.
Not in Canadian funds.
Oh no, it's to send a single letter over from Canada to the U.S. is like $1.50, pretty close.
I remember when it was 25 cents to send a letter stamped.
Which reminds me, I gotta get back to doing draws or something for postcards.
So it's currently 73 cents. But come July, 78. So it's going up 5 cents.
That's not
A
so
whole
bad.
Nickel back.
That's not so bad.
You're stealing the nickel.
Now, if you buy your stamps now and they say forever on them, you can use them now until the day you die, no matter what the price of that stamp was.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
When Steve and I got married, I bought a roll that didn't have the cost. So they're called forever stamps.
Oh, yeah.
And I said I paid $56. Now I go to Costco, it's like $110.
Yeah.
I'm like, ouch.
Yep.
I do have some stamps. I have some stamps that have ours had the letter P on them.
Yeah.
I also have a bunch that have numbers on it. It's like, can I slap a bunch of these on? Will that equal the whatever?
That's the thing. I was like, how many you put together does equal one now?
Yeah.
I'd look and see what I got, but I left my purse downstairs since they're in my wallet.
Mm.
Yeah, when my husband was alive, he was one of those that paid all the bills by check.
Yeah, my mom did the same.
And when-
Always on the due date.
Yeah.
20 minutes? Yeah, thanks.
It would come in the mail, and by the next morning, he had it back out. And you may have had 2 weeks or 3 to send it, but he was just one of those. But the last year of his life, what used to take a couple of minutes to write a check would take him like 20 to write one check. So I knew there was something going wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened to me too, Renee. One on
Yeah.
digging it
Renee,
back.
you don't have to tell us how expensive it is.
Yeah. From on digging it back and with Charlie, I won on there. I think on one of the Ducks races, and there's been some other things I won too from other channels in the States, and I've just got an Amazon gift card most of the times. Once in a while I get the prize, but quite often I get an Amazon gift card, which is fine with me too.
Yeah, we do a lot of shopping nowadays on Amazon, me included.
Yep.
You don't even have to leave your house. I think you can even get groceries delivered to your house nowadays.
Some areas, have the Amazon groceries, and some areas don't.
I know a lot of channels I watch in the States that they're traveling, if they're going from wherever they live to someplace they're staying in the Airbnb, they'll order groceries delivered right to their Airbnb, so they don't have to get out. Well, once they get there, they can just.
That's not a bad idea, you know that?
Well, I know we have where you can order it and pick up, but I don't know as if around town here we have anybody that delivers except if you order, maybe something from the. I know my son's ordered stuff from like a variety store through Skip the Dishes.
Yeah. I've seen that you could do that, but
I don't.
Voila, delivers again.
I
Yeah,
don't
there are
know
people
about-
who go to Disney and they will place an order through, they either go to Walmart or Target and they'll place that order before they even get there. And when they get there, the hotel has your groceries waiting for you.
I think even the Zehrs, don't they have things now that you can order everything? Excuse me, and then you come to the store like a drive-through, and they just throw it in the back of your car, and off you go.
Yep.
Yep. We have a lot of that in the U.S.
I think the Superstore has it here. Metro, I think, still has. I haven't seen as much, but they still have the parking spot for it. I know Walmart still has the parking spots for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did that once at Home Depot just for some tools or something or whatever it was, and they just came right out to me. They told me to park in number 1, 2, or 3, and then a young lady came out. I opened the trunk, she threw it in, and off I went. That was the one and only time that I did that.
Sirens are busy today around here.
Oh, God.
I was trying to upload, or try to get things going here, and the sirens were going. And then my aunt's messaging me. There was a bad accident at this street and this street. Are you at home? Yes, I'm at home.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Well, there was an accident here not too long ago, right down the street from us. Air Flight, Life Flight was hovering above the accident.
Followed on the highway.
Yeah.
I was like to Steve, is that an orange?
Yeah.
And he goes, and then he looked, he goes, can't see the color, but I think so because it's hovering now.
Yeah, it had the wheels down. I'm like, oh dear. And it was in the area that we had to go home. And
the street was closed.
Yeah, the street was closed. We couldn't go home. And they were trying to find a place to land. Apparently, as far as I know, a person had a stroke, I think it was.
No, epileptic.
Oh, an
seizure.
epileptic seizure, and drove into not a house, but pretty close, but drove into a shed on somebody's property.
Hit the fence.
Well, hit the fence
shed.
and then hit the shed.
Before I started my live stream, a London Middlesex ambulance come flying down the road. Sirens going and that, and it's like, normally if it's something important with London Middlesex, they do use the orange.
But it's just after the light, so if the light would have been red, she would have not, or they would have just barely be getting at 60 kilometers.
Yeah.
And then bang, it's like,
But the whole building was off its foundation.
oh yeah, the shed. Garage.
That person wasn't driving slow. Let's put it that way.
They were probably going 60.
Yeah, they were going the speed limit, which was enough.
But if you're having a seizure, you can push the speed.
That's true. That is all speculation on our part. I don't know.
It was freakish.
We all hope that person was safe.
Me too. Maybe that's one of my guilty pleasures now too, is it being able to drive my aunt's car. For now, anyways. She doesn't see the specialist until May 20th. And then it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 months before she has surgery. And until she has surgery and fixes her hip up, she can't drive. So
True. Yeah, Danny, that's true. Seizures are scary.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I've never had one, and knock on wood that I don't. And same with V.
I've seen a kid have a seizure and I freaked out.
I never had one, but I was nanny for twins that took febrile seizures.
Sorry, what seizure?
Febrile.
When you have a fever, they don't automatically get a seizure.
Oh, fever seizure. I've never heard of that.
Mhm.
It's not so much how high the temperature goes, but how quickly it spikes.
Yeah.
And the first one, the one twin had one at 15 months.
Wow.
Wow.
And he was in my arms at the time. The nanny that watched them till they were 1.5. I was visiting with her, and she was talking to the mom on the phone, and because mom was checking to see how the kid was doing, And all of a sudden, I'm looking down, and this kid's shaking in my arms. It's like, he's having a febrile convulsion right now.
If that happens in your arms, you put them immediately on the floor on a table or something, or
I did. I put him on the floor on his side.
okay. I would
That's
think
so
that's
scary.
that's scary to have that in your arms. Holy moly.
And
Man,
then,
I would have went like this. What?
well, there was three of us. It was me and her, and then another friend of mine. We were all working as nannies, and the girl that was on the phone had the twins. I had two kids that were down the street. No, they had moved. I was watching the godson of the people that used to live down the street, and my other friend had two little ones she watched. So she stayed there with all the kids. The other nanny drove my car, and I held this toddler all the way to the hospital. Met the mom at the hospital because she worked in the hospital.
Oh wow.
And then at 18 months, I had two of them. I was watching them for the weekend, and they both had one, and was like, "Oh my!"
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
The other one, the other twin that they didn't have the one at 15 months, had one, and then within a little while later, the other one didn't have so much a seizure. It was more like an absence one where he just stared and he was not responsive. So I was like,
Jesus. What the heck's going on? Is Sarnia falling off the world? What the heck?
what was that? Warning, the following was only medical humor. What should you do if someone seizes in your bathtub? Check in your dirty one. Troy.
Ah!
I'm going to heck for laughing at that.
That would be something a paramedic would say.
Yep.
My
The
nephew would say that.
the stories we've heard from Troy, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all going to heck for laughing at that.
No, it was interesting for, I think they had them off and on for a bit, but it was usually only, if they got sick and they spiked a fever, but usually once they started coming down with something, that they started the fever, it was like, we got the Tylenol and ibuprofen overlapped on board, and they had a dose of, they were on phenobarb, and they moved them on to something else. I forget what. It was just so that they wouldn't have a seizure. So, but I think the last one had, I think it was 6 or 9, because they usually grow out of those ones. It was 6 or 9, and he got overheated when they were flying out to British Columbia, I think it was. They had one at the airport. And now they're 30-something years old, and they're totally fine. Hopefully that doesn't continue on to their kids, but there was an aunt and something else that had the same kind.
Well, I guess if they grow out of it, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's obviously scary when it happens.
Also, your immune system builds up over time, so you're not getting sick as often, too.
Yeah, it's something.
My cousin had seizures, told us all about it, how his shoulder would pop out and would pop it back. Ugh.
Not so sure if I like that either.
The shoulder thing just reminded me of my adopted one. He fell at one LARP event years ago at the old site, and he landed with his palm down. So they thought he broke his shoulder, but it just was dislocated, and they popped it back in at the hospital. At another LARP event, a couple, 3 years later, at the new site, he was in a little battle with somebody, and somebody grabbed his shield or something, and just the way it pulled, it popped his shoulder out.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
So you know where the site is, how close it is to London. They sent him they took him by ambulance to the hospital in Ingersoll. And he was there like 3 hours.
Why would it's
And the next thing, it's like, can somebody go pick up so and so in Ingersoll? And they're looking at me as like, only if I can borrow my kid's car. Can I borrow your car? Yeah. Okay, can you give me directions how to get to the hospital at Ingersoll?
Why?
And
Why Ingersoll?
that's what my thought. It's like, you're literally down Gore Road from Veterans Memorial Parkway, and the hospitals are not that far off from there.
No.
No, they're not.
It's not
It's a
like,
lot further to go to Ingersoll.
and like, ugh.
It's because the ambulance attendants didn't know where they were going, Michael Ann. Ask Steve that feeling. Remember
Well,
when you're like, why are they bringing me?
a couple of people on the NPC that think that they're medical marshals think they know everything, so they call an ambulance.
Well, the lady,
How about immobilizing his arm, tying it, tying it to him, get him to a vehicle? I could have taken him to the hospital in London.
Yeah. But you don't exactly have the woo if there's a traffic jam.
There's nothing on Gore Road.
No. I mean, once you get into town.
At 10,
Yeah,
11
the
o'clock
city.
at night, there's nothing on Gore Road.
Oh, that late at night, even the city wouldn't be bad. Yeah.
It
You
was,
get pulled over by the cops, you say, I have an emergency. So,
yeah, so the scary thing about seizures, one, seizing patients cannot protect their airway and their breathing is compromised to protect their head from beating. So there were children, they were young children at the time when they were, and so that was my first thing, on the floor on their side. And then we did get the airways, the little, you put them in and turn them.
yeah.
But most of the time, just putting them on their side, they were fine. They didn't seize for long.
that's
Yeah, and
scary.
move any chairs or things out of the way.
That's scary.
Yeah.
It is scary.
I've never had to see something like that, knock on wood.
We had, actually, when I was working at the doctor's office, we had a kid take a seizure in the waiting room. And still, the doctor come out. He put the airway, the one of those airways in, because we had it in the, but we called the ambulance anyways, and they took him to hospital. But the doctor stayed with him till the ambulance attendants got there. And
There's not much you can do. You just have to sort of wait it out, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Just make sure that they're safe and
they don't whack their heads or
yeah.
oral airways. So
Nasal airways, yeah.
let's try the oral ones. They had the little thing here, and then the piece that went in and was like a hook.
Yeah, it just went towards the lung.
Just
Yeah.
to keep the airway open in the back of the throat there. But I had lots of experience as well. Between taking care of kids and working in the doctor's office and doing my nursing training. But I had interesting experiences working in a retirement home for a year.
Not bad.
I was in the retirement part. I wasn't in the nursing home part. And I had a patient or a resident with dementia that liked to wander. I was working nights. You don't dare turn your back, as the next thing you know, John's down the other hallway looking for a ladies' room to visit. Nope, John, room's back this way. One time he did get in there and he was trying to crawl in bed with the lady, and I'm like, oh, gee, come on. Benzodiazepine. So I think they did put the twins on Valium after we had the big bottle of Phenobarb.
I bet.
Okay, see you, Bernie. Thanks for coming by.
Take care. Be safe.
Got a few minutes, folks, to head over to House of X. You'll want to see the interview with Carnival Cruise Addicts. And then Carnival Cruise Addicts will be back on for a match game tomorrow night with Controversial Cruising and Cruise Life TV.
Woohoo!
Easter. Woohoo.
Easter weekend. Yep, Easter Monday's coming. Everything's closed tomorrow, dang it.
Drop all the chocolates in the chat. Michael Ann needs some chocolate.
Everything is closed tomorrow?
Yeah, in Canada, yeah.
In Canada, everything is closed Friday and Sunday.
Well, not here.
And Monday.
No, some things are open on Monday.
Oh,
Well, my
I gotta
son,
work this weekend.
my son's dispensary is not closed. It's open 365 days a year. He is working Sunday. I think he's opening, which is also 420.
I don't think the U.S. has hardly many places closed on Easter Sunday.
Wow.
Probably just government things like banks.
Yeah,
and stuff.
government things will be closed Sunday and Monday, or either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or anyway, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, depending on the county you live in. But they do give them an extra day off because it falls on a weekend.
Yes, they're like a J thing with a piece up so it doesn't go all the way in. And just, yep. Learn to do that real quick.
I never had to do any of that, but then again, I never work with patients, so
Never had to do it in a medical setting, only with the twins.
yeah.
But like I said, they're. How old did they just turn? This is 2025, so. What year were they born? 88? No.
Hello, Mr. Controversial Cruising.
Hello, Scott.
AKA Scott.
What kind of a name is AKA and a last name Scott?
It's Aka. Aka Scott.
Aka Scott?
Well, it's like
Dude,
poor
that's a
man.
weird name.
Yeah, poor man, Aka Kenny.
Aka Kenny. Aka Scott and Aka Kenny.
When you were born, 88? Right there you go, the same age as the twins.
88? My God.
Holy crap. Same age as the twins I was a nanny for? God, that makes me feel old.
I
Well
was
done.
in high school.
And then I ran into, after I took care of the twins, I took care of a set of triplets for a year. I ran into the mom from them yesterday, yeah, going into taking my aunt to the bank. Called my aunt's ex-husband, that person was fired after that. What? Oh, I missed a line up there. Grandma was in memory care place, in the place Grandma was at. Grocery store across the street. So she got out and walked across, and no one knew where she was going. Thank God. Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, my granddad had to mention he walked about a mile and a half to the convenience store, and someone saw him walking, and they called my uncle and came and got him. Small town, everybody knew everybody.
At least it was safe.
Well, my dad had to mention the farthest he got was down the street, and all the neighbors knew, and they just kind of redirect him. Hey, Morris, how you doing? Let's take a walk back this way. But we also got a bracelet similar to the medical alert bracelets, but it's got information on it, and it's registered with the police department.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, and see you guys over at House of X. Yeah, we'll wrap this up, and we'll see you next week. Next week is I forget.
Go say hi to Winston and Leo.
Oh, it's a challenge. Are you my mother?
What?
It's gonna be the animals. What's the matching them or naming what's the mom called or what's a baby animal? Easy for me to say. And then next Friday is the beginning of the Dreams in Motion. The new word for it for the cruisathon. I'll be on that next Friday night at 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Friday night. You'll be able to find me. I'll be playing a little HH4C trivia. Yep. Let people know about HH4C.
Anyways, we'll see y'all later. Head over to
Take care, everybody.
here. Let's do that. I
Take
gotta
care.
I gotta find my
Bye, beautiful people from this one over here. And from me, I guess, too.